This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome everybody to the SIG Contributor Experience meeting for March 29th, our last meeting of March. As always, this meeting is under the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, so be excellent to each other. And with that, we're going to start. I'm your host, Josh Burkus, co-chair of SIG Contributor Experience, but hopefully not for much longer. And we're ready to start. So as a first thing to join is we've got at least one new contributor here, Chad, apparently. Also, I have not met Kanishka before. If I'm pronouncing your name correctly, if I'm not, please correct me. Even if Kanishka has been at these meetings before, we haven't been there together. So let's do a round of introductions. So Chad, do you want to start?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Chad Kroll. I work for a company called Raft.
Yep.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Chad Kroll. I work for a company called Raft as a DevSecOps engineer. Really excited to be here. Thanks for having me. I know a couple of people already in here, and I trying to get a local KCD together for Austin. That's where I'm from. So I've been in Austin for about 7 or 8 years now with my wife and 2 kids. And that's about it for me, but thanks again.
Kanishka?
Hello, myself Ganesh, and I'm just new to this community, and I'm just learning how things are like working here. So yeah.
Okay. Noah, go ahead.
Yeah. This is. I'm just kind of nervous about this, so I'm not like.
Yeah, well, that's why we're introducing everybody so that you actually know who people are.
Don't be nervous. We're a happy group. And welcome.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm Noah. I work for Oracle. I've been part of this Kubernetes craziness for 6, 7 years now, I think, since like 1.2. I've been here for a while. And I spend all day ostensibly enabling new contributors and helping people get onboarded. Except right now, I spend all my day mostly dealing with contributor summit stuff because that's happening in a couple weeks. And I'll pass the baton to Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris Short. I work at AWS, the Kubernetes team there. And I've been here since 2017, been around-ish. So yeah, happy to have you. Welcome. I am a co-lead for the sub-project contributor comms, which is communicating out to the rest of the community in mass. Laura, you're up next. How about that?
All right, sure, that works. My name is Laura Santa Maria. I am a developer advocate at Dell. And how long have I been on this project? 2019. I started in 2019, I think. I've been in other open source projects before this, but here I am helping with random things. And I float at this point because I used to run the community meeting, but we've decided the community meeting is not as helpful as it used to be. So we are sunsetting that. That's what I do. And I'm going to pass it to Bob.
Hey, I'm Bob, also known as Mr. Bobby Tables across all the things. I am a current chair for SIG Contributor Experience and also steering committee member. I've been involved in one way or another with Kubernetes since before it was a CNCF project, like back in the IRC days. But I was really only a major contributor since late 2017. I'll just call it there, and pass it over to, well, Josh.
Well, I already introduced myself, but
sorry.
Caslin? and
Hello.
decide if you want to take over the meeting at this point.
Yeah.
I can take over. Thank you all so much for getting things started and for
Okay.
introducing yourselves. I had another meeting that went long that I was also running. But hello, everyone. I'm Caslin, and I am also co-lead of the Contributor Com subproject alongside Chris Short. And I'm going to run the meeting today as I have the last couple. Has anyone not introduced themselves yet?
Madhav, who just joined.
Mada, would you like to introduce yourself? We're doing introductions today.
Hi.
Perfect.
Sorry, I can't turn on my video.
All good.
But hi, my name is Madhav. I help out with GitHub automation related work for the most part, and like whatever else is needed in the community. I don't think I've joined this call for the last 2 times, so it's nice to be back again.
Yay. I guess were we all doing when did you start here stuff? Did everybody else do that? I started in 2020. I tried to get involved before that with SIG testing, and then I realized that SIG testing was more about like testing tools than testing. So that one didn't work out the first time, as is true with many contributors.
I think
I
that's
started
everybody.
in
Yeah,
DOS,
I started in ContribEx.
Oh, nice. And it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
I remember
Love it when
one of my
that
first
happens.
contributions was in our team management tool, Peribolos.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Oh
Very
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been 2 years,
So
I think.
cool. Awesome. So I think the notes doc was already shared, but I'll share it again. At least one person joined after me. And I will go ahead and do things. I assume we already went over code of conduct as well. Do I need to do that again? Do folks need a reminder?
I think we're good.
Be excellent to each other. Anyway, Noah, you already mentioned the Contributor Summit once, but I suppose we haven't been over the whole thing, have we? Do you have more on
Yeah.
Contributor Summit?
Contributor Summit is chugging along. We are coming up on the CFP, which will be closing this Friday. And then after the CFP closes, then it is going to be go time. It's going to be all hands on deck, full hand panic. So get ready. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a lot of fun. And everything else is on track. We're rocking and rolling and ready to have a great summit.
Yeah, a quick note, Chris and Noah.
Yes.
The last email that was like CFP closes this Friday had the wrong link. So you
Yes.
might
Yep.
want to set that
I
correct.
did
A correction was
respond
sent.
if
Okay.
you
Okay, cool.
didn't see that, sorry. But I have double checked the messages this week, have the correct link. I've gone back and fixed the broken link from the last time, so yeah. But please, if you're on the Contributor Summit team, review those messages because I literally want to get them like automated, shipped out, ready to go. So I don't have to worry about them. They're just going.
I'll look at it today.
Thank you.
A big important part of contributor comms, figuring out what to do when comms go wrong.
Or
All
not,
right.
yeah.
So actually one quick thing.
Yes.
On the comms, when you send out the next reminder, please also make sure to drop it in the Chair and TL Slack channel.
Yes,
Ooh,
will do.
That's a great
Because
point.
That's
that is where most of the CFP submissions will probably come in from.
okay.
That is an excellent point.
We didn't have a registration count on Monday. Did you get one since then, Noah?
I don't know if we did. I will go take a look.
It's like 150 something right now, I think.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much. Let me go
Yeah.
find the doc.
I also wanted to double check on one thing. Is there anybody doing registration who's on the community at Alias? Or do I need to keep forwarding stuff?
Let me take a look. I'll have to go look and find that issue. But first, let me get a count. That's not right. That has not been updated. We are at 151 total right now. And let me find where I put the summit staff. Reg. I do not believe anyone there is on the community ad alias. I dig up the community ad alias now. Where did I put that? We can come back to that.
Sounds good to me. I know. I registered as like a regular attendee, I think, but I'm planning to help out on site. Need to fix that at some point, I guess. I should ping in the Slack. Alrighty. Any other KubeCon business that we want to talk about? Or anything? KubeCon's getting close. Like 2 weeks.
It's sold out.
And it's sold out.
Hmm.
It's gonna be big.
I'm just gonna put a little plug in here. Only one person from ContribEx has actually signed up to be at meet and greet.
Oh, I need to
Oh, when is that?
Hi. That's on the Friday of KubeCon EU. So I'm just gonna toss
Oh.
that in there.
You can
There's
just
a
put me down.
spreadsheet.
How do
Okay.
we sign up?
So there should be links in various places, but there is a spreadsheet. I will drop it in here.
Wonderful. Much
Also-
appreciated.
I think I was the only one who
Yeah.
signed up.
Yes,
And-
you are.
Now knowing that it's Friday, I think I'll like unsign up because I'm flying out on Friday. I did not realize it's on.
There's a lot of people
Okay.
flying out on Friday, it looks like.
I mean, I'm flying out Saturday, so I can do it. I'm just bringing it up because I'm also supposed to be hosting. So,
Hmm.
you know, either way, but I will put
I'm-
Bob down.
I'm flying out
There we go.
the following Wednesday. So
All right. Do you want me to put you down too?
yes.
But you're
I
probably
should-
doing some. Okay.
Well, I'm speaking on Friday,
mark.
so I have to be there.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to put you down with a question mark.
Yeah.
So
What time is it?
12:30 to
During
2:30
lunch? Yeah, I'll be
Amsterdam
there.
time. Okay.
My talk is one of the last ones, like 4
All
p.m. or
right.
something. So I'll be there.
So if I need to like magically like, you know, start going into random SIG meetings, I will. To start saying, hi, who's showing up?
Yeah.
Contrib comms,
it-
we should do something there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if people aren't signing up for meet and greet, it's worth using the Slack bot to do a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Is
the
well,
Slack
they're
bot
doing
working
pretty
yet?
good.
Okay.
They're actually doing pretty well. We've got, I
Okay.
think, 12 or 14 groups already represented. So
Okay.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
It's mostly just I'm always nervous when we get closer and I start going, okay, do we only have one person signed up from that SIG? Who do I need to go bug?
Yeah.
So
I would still probably do the blast.
yes.
If it's possible. Because I guarantee you, like with all the other stuff like code freeze
Mhm.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
all the redirect comms and things like that, there's been a lot of various notifications.
Yeah. There should be an email draft. I don't know when you want to schedule that, Chris. So yes. And I already did post in chairs and team leads. So
okay.
it did get posted in there, but I might repost it as a reminder.
Not sure if the Slack bot is working. I know the last time I tried to use it, it was broken and we needed to re-add all the channels to it, which looked like we were going to have to do it manually. So we were looking into how to do it automated. So I don't know if that's working, but it would be good to check. Chris, you were also going to say something. I might have distracted too much.
No, Laura, I'll ping you after the meeting.
Sounds good.
Cool. Also happy to help there. All right. So
Also,
with
I
that,
don't know if anybody heard about the recent health and safety update from the Netherlands.
Uh-oh.
No.
That is not live yet. That goes out
Okay.
at noon
from
noon
KubeCon
PT.
Communications,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, wait. Something happened in the Netherlands, or CNCF is doing something in the Netherlands? Is it a government
Oh.
thing, or?
I think we can talk about it. Go for it, Chad.
Later. Okay.
It's close
Like-
enough. It's going out in a couple hours.
So Chad, You brought it up. Now the weight is on your shoulders.
Yeah, so the Dutch council has notified us that it's now prohibited to require attendees at public events, which this KubeCon is obviously, to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test or vaccination status. So that's
Really?
basically it.
That's fun.
That's
It is-
the Dutch government. So
Yeah. It is illegal for the LF to do so.
So now they literally can't check anything. Period. The end. They're not allowed to.
They are not allowed to.
Oh boy.
But yeah, please,
Well-
wait till the public comms come out in
Yeah.
a couple hours before like talking on Twitter or anything like that.
That sounds like they're not allowed to require it, not that they're not allowed to check it.
They are not allowed to check it because it is
They're not.
considered a invasion of privacy because you are asking them their health status. Trust me, it's been going back and forth with lawyers since it was announced on March 10th.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's fun. Well,
Yeah. Sorry, I've been involved in some of the other things
Yeah.
around this. They're literally screwed. They cannot. All they can do is encourage people to
Mask. Yeah.
to mask, follow social distancing guidelines, and things like that.
yeah. Well, sometimes things are taken out of your hands.
Yep.
And there's
Should we
not
get
much you can
some,
do.
Should we get
At least-
some Skunkworks stickers that say vaxxed so we know?
I
Sick vax? No.
I would not
Terrible
mess with
idea.
that right now
No.
yeah.
because it
Okay.
is
At
literally
least-
it is literally considered discrimination.
So,
Like-
side question then. If there just happens to be packs of masks at the contributor summit
Right.
registration, like, because I can
That-
bring packs of
That's
masks.
no problem. People
Okay.
people can
Saying like,
can-
if you would like to know, understand, we cannot ask, we cannot mandate, we cannot do anything. So if you feel more comfortable, here's a gigantic pack of masks if you
Yes.
happen to not pack one.
that
Okay.
that is perfectly
That-
fine.
That's perfectly fine. Okay. If you all would like me to, I'm literally buying packs and packs and packs of masks for the conferences I'm running here in Austin. So I will bring them.
That would be
I will,
fantastic.
I will pack those along with the cowbell. Got it.
Gotta have more cowbell.
Yep. I'm
Most
writing that down now.
All right.
No.
So let's clear that air a little bit. Mentoring should clear the air completely. Anything going on with mentoring right now that we need to talk about? I did have someone ask about Google Summer of Code on Twitter recently. I don't know anything about those programs, so that's what I said. I don't know when the season is for them or anything. So
Yeah, we've actually got a couple projects in for Google Summer Code.
I thought we did. We
uh,
talked about that
Yeah,
before.
and it's currently like student recruitment period.
Gotcha.
And Nate from
So,
the CNCF is supervising that.
okay. Good to know. Useful information.
Yeah. This is doubling up because we now have a mentoring sub-project for CNCF contributor strategy. And it's all the same people. So we're just doing it as one group, even though those are technically two separate committees.
Makes sense. All right. If folks wanted to get involved with mentoring stuff, what are the best ways right now?
I ping the chairs. I mean, what we need for mentoring stuff more than anything is people who are interested in a coordinating role.
Coordinating role.
Hopefully when we have chair turnover sometime in the near future, I'll be able to go back to looking at some of the mentoring programs. But yeah, That's what we need more than anything. And unfortunately, you can't really volunteer for other roles until somebody steps up to volunteer for coordinating.
Okay.
If you are interested in external mentoring programs, which are a little bit more constructed, because of our lack of coordinating stuff, we're running that through CNCF mentoring. And both Google Summer of Code, LFX. We'd like to participate in Outreachy, but we need somebody to volunteer to take that on. Because it runs on a different schedule from everything else and has specific requirements. So and we put out calls for mentors at the appropriate time for this.
All right. If contributor comms can do stuff to help, let us know. Sounds like maybe we should do a little bit asking folks if they would want to do coordination for that. We can talk about it later on Slack. And with that, we move into contributor comms. What have we got going on, Chris?
We're communicating. We're trying to do it loudly. I don't know. So let's see. LFX came out with a Hackaderm instance, but it's only for mirroring existing project accounts. So we either fall
Oh.
under that or we fall under like go find your own thing because it's not a CNCF direct thingamajig. It's under Kubernetes only kind of deal. So yeah, figuring out if we can actually do it on Hackaderm or if we need to find some other home, and created an issue for that over there. And then if they're like, nope, I'll ask Linux Foundation if they can mirror. If they say no, then we'll find some other place.
So they've created a Mastodon server, but
It
because I didn't even see
only
the announcement that
does
they had a Mastodon
account
server.
mirroring from Twitter, essentially. That's all. it
Oh,
does.
okay. Well, it's
So like we can't sign up for an account. We can say we can apply and say, hey, please, mirror
Okay,
this
so-
Twitter account.
so speaking practically, they have not actually created a Mastodon presence.
Well, for themselves, basically, yes, they have. And there's a few companies that have done that, I've seen.
Yeah.
But no one but themselves can get on.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Twitter mirrors have very low engagement on Mastodon.
I know. So
I
that's
wouldn't bother personally.
no, like
so
mm-mm.
my suggestion for ContribEx is that we don't really engage with this. That if we're looking for a ContribEx / Kubernetes presence on Mastodon, that we sign up for an account on Fosstodon or Foss Social.
Okay.
If Hackaderm turns us down, which they might, given
Totally.
Chris's policies.
Yeah, totally. Like I made the case as best I
Yeah.
could. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
entirely up to the team there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I've got Tag Contributor Strategy has an account on Fosstodon, and they were fine with that.
Cool.
Their requirement is that somebody monitor that account to reply to stuff.
Right.
Cool.
All right.
So I do feel like Mastodon gets more engagement. So
Yeah.
I feel like with our Twitter presence, we don't respond to comments very often. We mainly post things and kind of leave it. But with Mastodon, we might actually want to be a little bit more engaged with that. That's a good point. Cool. So there's the Mastodon stuff. I know that I retweeted one of the comms about the registry yesterday. We've been working on that. We're working on building up our tweet plan for KubeCon as usual. Had a new person ping me on Twitter yesterday that I got involved with writing tweets. Always
Yay.
love it when that happens. Any other projects that we want to talk about? I don't think so. If you have any questions for contributor comms, you know where to find us in our Slack channel. Moving on, contributor documentation. Anyone on that? Contributor guide, still
I
waiting
did.
for code spaces, right?
I
Nope.
did put in a CFP for Contributor Summit to do a sprint on working on the website. For
Okay,
people who
nice.
remember, that was that whole discussion about trying to move us onto Hugo and everything
yes.
Yes.
to the rec. So that sprint is into the CFP. So hopefully we will get it and we will have a chance to work on it together.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you can count on me for that if it gets scheduled.
If I can make the time with the volunteering, I will try to join in on that as well. But I might just be volunteering.
Yeah. Although, do we have somebody for that who's really good with Hugo?
I am
Chris
not
isn't
gonna
going to be there. I know
on
Chris knows it.
Friday. Yeah, I'm not
No,
gonna
but I
be
mean,
there on
yeah, I mean,
Friday.
good with Hugo from perspective of, because part of this is the whole Hugo upgrade issue.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. No.
and the reason why it hasn't happened so far is that, like, I'm not
no
that
one
good at Hugo
has the
plumbing.
time. Yeah.
It would be a start at learning.
Right.
We use
So what do you
the
do the
time as
contributor
we can.
summit? Well, I kind of shut down the contributor site.
Eh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It was great work. Very impactful. Alrighty then. I was also mentioning the contributor guide. I think we're still waiting on code spaces for that.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yes.
I should write down notes about calls for experts that we should make. Which also reminds me of another thing that I'll mention at the end. But first, moderation in media. Anyone here from that? Don't think so. Not today. All right. GitHub
Something
management.
exciting in Slack moderation, which is good.
That is good. Any updates on GitHub management that we need to talk about?
Nothing from me.
Sounds good. So open mic, one thing that mentioning calls for experts was reminding me of, I need to get a PR done for the annual report. I'm planning to do that this week, which is already overdue. But FYI, I will be working on annual report stuff. So I might reach out to some of you all for help in doing that. I don't know. We'll find out. Cool. Any other items that folks want to talk about on the recording before we turn that off? Alrighty. I will go ahead and stop the recording then. Thank you for joining today, everyone on YouTube.
Bye bye. Thank you.